Ah, neat. Solo expansion for Splatoon 2. Well, if it's anything like the original campaign, it'll be pretty damn easy. Ah well, I'm sure I'll do it.
Buckle up, Squiddo.
Ah, crap. The Octo Expansion isn't the name of some fetish fanfic, but is instead downloadable content for Splatoon 2. This DLC is one of the rare ones that you have to buy, but it's actually worth the money. Crazy, right? You should learn from this, Breath of the Wild.
But what about the Divine Beast?
Shut up! Why didn't you add Dark Nuts?
In the Octo Expansion, you're the Octopod with a bod, the Octopus who ain't a wuss, and again, totally acceptable for children, cause it's a kid's game. Just a kid's game. Good thing Nintendo confirmed some ages. Ah, crap. That was a segue because unlike my jokes, this expansion isn't bad. I originally thought it was just gonna be more single player levels like the original campaign, but instead almost all the levels added are challenges, which is different. Sort of. You wake up as an Octoling with an old dude staring you in the face. Always great when you don't remember what happened prior. You two team up after he threatens you, and you learn that after hearing the Squid Sisters song, you want to be the little mermaid and get up to where the people are. To do this, you gotta find 4 thangs by passing a buttload of tests to prove your mettle. Right off the bat though, it just looks fantastic. It's nice seeing the Splatoon characters more animated and in more cutscenes, since outside of the canned animations Pearls and Marina have, there weren't too many scenes featuring you or other Squiddos and Octolings. Plus the aesthetic of the DLC is loverly. The neon, the music, just the whole atmosphere of it. There are a ton of new maps and areas that will have you doing all sorts of things, whether it's blasting some targets, stealthing around, dodging bullets, or handling balls. Kids game. What's amazing about it too is the levels are just naturally difficult, but some let you take it a step further and choose various weapons, which can add a whole new level of frustration to an already annoying level, but give a bigger payout. The difficulty of stages can range from, oh good job you inked something you passed, to took a breath, test failed. The game also helps teach about life, because when you lose all your points, you can no longer get into challenges. You can take out a loan from your rich friend. That's right, it pulls a reality, and when you suck at something, you land in debt and have to work harder. Or you can be a dick and never pay them back, which shows just how good a friend you are. But on that same level, if you suck too hard, it gives you pity because it's sick of looking at you and lets you skip the level. If you do that though, you don't get the collectibles, which can be used to unlock stuff later. I actually love it when games do this. It lets Game Journal bad gamers actually reach the ending, but it keeps them from getting the same loot that people that are good at games can acquire. There are a few stages from the solo campaign, namely the bosses, but when you verse them, you generally only get to use one special, or they are souped up and immensely tougher. Which I mean, this dumb bread is a rude mofo when trying to win with a brush. I do not need this right now. I'm sorry. Some of the challenges can be a bit of a letdown compared to others, but with 80 of them total, they are few and far in between. The 8-ball challenges seem to bother most people, but there was really only one that got my go, and that was mostly because I was dumb and knocked one ball into another, which launched it off a ramp and therefore bombing me into oblivion for my failure. Look, if people are gonna complain about anything, it should be the mission Girl Power going in blind, because Willikers, that's not nice. The Octo Expansion actually does a much better job of teaching you the ins and outs of your weapons and specials, since all the levels are designed strictly around them, whereas the normal campaign is designed to be cleared by any weapon. Some levels are made solely around exploiting a weapon or special's best features, and Pearl and Marina tend to chime in with tips for said equipment. Not to mention there are a few of them that actually take you into a ranked mode against 4 Octoling NPCs by yourself. But I mean, that wasn't too different for me, since when I play ranked, I'm pretty much by myself anyway. No. It also adds a buttload of lore to the game, which I personally enjoyed. I was one to collect all sunken scrolls and piece together a few things prior to this. Heck, this game tackles racism better than Detroit Become Human. But the little chat sessions between the Captain, Pearl, and Marina are simply adorable. Each one gave me a little smile. Let's be real, Pearl's gotten some abuse since she's been shown. But after you beat the DLC, if you're still hating on her, well, just equip the arrow spray, your I Have Bad Taste t-shirt, and nestle on in here, cause you're done. You don't you don't get an opinion anymore. I don't have much negative to say about it since I am a big fan of the base game, and I love me a challenge. I do, however, feel this almost should have been included in the base game since this really helps separate it from the first, whereas base Splatoon 2 feels more like a deluxe version of Splatoon 1. I hope to see more DLC on this level for other games, where they release a multitude of free updates, and when they do ask for some dosh for one of them, it shovels in all sorts of new content for every aspect of the game, which this did. New levels, new music, new cutscenes, new characters, new bosses, and a new story. Absolutely fantastic. On a scale from Aerospray to anything else, this is anything else. The Aerospray is garbage.